everybody. Today we will see the general characters of protozoa. Before starting the general characters of protozoa, we know about the invertebrate or vertebrate. Before we know that about invertebrate and vertebrate, now we will see general idea about the diversity, life and diversity of life. Very important part is that we know that on the earth lot of organisms are present. Some are the smallest organisms, some are the largest animal. We know that the first or smallest organism on the earth is nanobes. We call it the nanobes. This is the first or smallest organism on the earth. It is the length, it is a measurement is about 20 to 50 nanometer. 20 to 50 nanometer. His length is about 20 to 50 nanometer. Sorry, 150 nanometer. Means length of this. It is the smallest animal on the earth. This is discovered by the Australian scientist called Philippa Wings in ocean. This animal nanobes. The length is about 20 to 150 nanometers in length, and largest animal on the earth is a blue whale. Largest animal is blue whale. It is about 100 to 200 ton. It is about 100 to 200 ton, and its length is measured is about 25 to 30 meter. 25 to 30 meters in length. Measurement means it is the largest animal or largest animal. We know that which animal is the smallest one, which animal is the largest one on the earth. Everything we know about that because we are studying zoology. In that zoology, we are studying the basic study. We call it the vertebrate and invertebrate. Now, very important point why we are include this invertebrate and vertebrate in our syllabus is only because of that we are identifying these animals present in that environment. Example, if suppose the bat, you know that bat is, some students say that it is a bird because it is flying by the similar as like to bird. Bat is animal, but it is not a bird. It is a mammals. Look like our characters. We are also including the mammals, and these bat is also including the mammals because they are having the mammary glands. They are having the mammals characters. For that purpose, we are include this bat into the mammalian. It is not a bird. Likewise, in water, blue whale. This whale is, we know that it is a fish. We are saying that we know about that. It is look like fish because it is a swimming into that water. They are all characters showing like the fishes. Therefore, we are called as a fish. But this whale is not a fish. It is also mammals. For that purpose, we want to study. We are introduce this type of the invertebrate and vertebrate in your syllabus. Only identification and how the classification, how the systematic arrangement, which are the characters, why we are including that class. For that purpose in your syllabus, this paper will be introduced. We are identifying which type of the fish or which type of the animals, this type of the animals are included in which class. Likewise, everything is studied in this invertebrate and vertebrate. Now, very important point is that invertebrate, vertebrate. Before the formation, before the starting the invertebrate and vertebrate, the invertebrate. Now, vertebrate and invertebrate. What is the difference between the vertebrate and invertebrate? Invertebrate means what happen? Those animals does not having the vertebral column. That type of animals are included in that invertebrate. And vertebrate means what happen? Those animals having vertebral column. That type of animals are included into that vertebrate. These are the two parts, invertebrate and vertebrate. Means only because of the vertebral column, you call as a vertebral column, you call as a backbone. You know that you having the backbone. Likewise, we are including the vertebrate, and those animals are including the invertebrate, means they does not having the backbone, they does not having the vertebral column. This is the difference between the vertebrate and invertebrate. You know that vertebrate having another lecture, but now we will see the invertebrate. In that invertebrate, another one term is present, chordate and non-chordate. What is the difference between the chordate and non-chordate? Very important point. Chordate and non-chordate. The chordate means what happen? This chordate is nothing but that those animals having notochord, or we call it the nerve cord. ज्या प्राण्यांना nerve cord किंवा notochord present आहे, those animals having notochord or we call it the nerve cord, that type of animals are included in the chordates. Means these are nothing but the chordates. And non-chordate means what happen? Those animals does not having nerve cord. They does not having the nerve cord, who does not having the notochord. That type of animals we call it the notochord. Now very important point is that why we are calling as a invertebrate as a non-chordate and vertebrate as called as a chordate, because they having very important point. Both of these is that chordate and non-chordate means nerve cord presence or absence. On that basis it will be divided chordate and non-chordate, and on the basis of vertebral column present or not present, on that basis it will be divided invertebrate and vertebrate. Another important point is that what happen, this synonym, it is a non-chordate and one invertebrate, they are synonyms, we call as the synonyms. But what happen in non-chordata, in that non-chordata connecting link is present, means we call it the protochordata is also included here. These protochordata, suppose here these protochordata, these protochordata means very important point is that what happen, we call as a synonyms, non-chordate and invertebrate we call as the similar one, or we call as the synonym. Chordates and vertebrate we also call as the synonyms, because but a very little difference is that what happen, chordate means nothing but the nerve cord is present, and vertebrate is nothing but the vertebral column. But in that vertebrate we will study in next lecture, but now we will see the notochord and invertebrate, non-chordata and invertebrata. Non-chordata means nothing but they does not having the nerve cords, they does not having the vertebral column, or they does not having the backbone. But some animals having this affinities in between these chordate and non-chordate, means they are include, we are produce a new branch we call it the protochordata, means in between this invertebrate and vertebrate they are emerged or emerge the protochordata, because some animals in anciently or last decade those are the animals are including the protochordata. These animals are nothing but the invertebrates, but now it will be separated because these protochordata having primitive chordata is present. That type of animals are also included in the invertebrates. Means it is a interconnecting link between this chordate and non-chordate. Means we call it the protochordata. Protochordata means some characters are showing the non-chordates, some characters are showing chordates. For that purpose we are separate these protochordata. These protochordata is again divided into three important parts. First one is the hemichordata, then second one is the urochordata, and third one we call as the cephalochordata. These are the three important division because of this nerve cord present or not, because this protochorda is present in between this chordate and non-chordate. We already studied what is meant by non-chordate and what is meant by chordate. Now we will see the protochordata. Protochordata means those are the connecting link between these two. In non-chordata means invertebrate and vertebrate. Means here what happens, this protochordata means primitive chordates are present or primitive nerve is present. That type of means we call it protochordata. In the protochordata, hemichorda. Hemichordata means what happens, half nerve cord is present. Means early development of that embryo, they showing the character means nerve cord is present. And after young one, after adult, it will be disappear. Means it showing invertebrate. Means at the time of embryonic development, they showing notochord, but after what happen, it will be showing the character of invertebrate. Means before this separation, these hemichordata is also included into that our invertebrate, but now it will be separated because of this presence of nerve cord or half chordate will be present here. Example we call as the balanoglossus. Here we are example in we call as the balanoglossus. These are the animal balanoglossus. Animal are included in the hemichordata. Means half chordate or half notochord is present early in the development. And urochordata means in the tail region, it is an anterior region. This nerve cord will be present at the embryo in an anterior region, means in the head region. We call it the anterior region, not exactly head region. It will be present on the anterior region. Nerve cord will be developed, and after the adult young one, it will be disappear. That type of animals we call it the hemichordates. Means example balanoglossus. In that urochordata means at the time of early development in the tail region. In the tail region, they having the notochord. They having the notochord will be present, and after that young one it will be disappearing. That type of animals are included in the urochordata. Example we call it the herdmania. Example herdmania. This is the herdmania. It include in the urochordata. Last one is the cephalochordata. Means these notochord is present in the cephalic region at the time of development. That type of animals or that type of animals are included into the cephalochordata. Means they are present in the cephalic region. Example Amphioxus. Example is Amphioxus. The example is Amphioxus. These are the nothing but the firstly it will be included into the invertebrate, but now it will be formed a separate one. We call it the protochordata. In that protochordata, these are the hemichordata, urochordata and cephalochordata. Means these animals are nothing but the invertebrate, but showing notochord. Therefore, it is a interconnecting link between the non-chordate and chordate one. It is about the general idea about this protochordata. Now we will see the invertebrate. In that invertebrate, first phylum we will see today, we call it the protozoa. What do you mean by protozoa? It is about the general area. Protozoa is nothing but that unicellular organism. It is a general characters of protozoans in invertebrate. Now we will see the invertebrate. In that invertebrate, before that starting the invertebrate, we know that lot of animals are present in that invertebrate, and these invertebrate having the smallest organism. The invertebrate means they does not having the backbone, they does not having the vertebral column, they does not having the notochord. That type of animals are present on the earth in a large number as compared to the vertebrate. But these whole ecosystem will be depend only because of that invertebrate. You know that dragonflies, mosquito, houseflies, bees, lobsters, snails, all the invertebrate animals. These are the very important role to maintain the ecosystem. For that purpose, it is very important. You know that honeybees, if suppose these bees is totally extinct from the environment, after 10 years, whole earth will be die, or whole organism or all organism will be, living organism will be die because of the only honeybees. For that purpose, these invertebrates is very important. Lot of animals are present, various animals are present, and these animals having the different types of the colors. These invertebrate animals having the lot of attractive colors. Animals having the attractive colors. They also having the different types of the shapes. They also having the different types of the habitat. Means they having the very important role in the ecosystem or in the environment. Different types of the shapes, different types of the colors. Lot of colors are present in that animals. In that invertebrate, a lot of animals are present. Lot of animals are not till today not invented or not known to society, unknown to the society. For that purpose, we are studying invertebrate